Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Day late and a dollar short. Here I am going to be working on a spring grapevine wreath, and I've had a very difficult time finding one major component, the grapevine wreath. I went to 2 stores yesterday and they didn't have any. Today I thought I'd try Walmart, and I did find one, but it's a very tightly woven wreath, so I can't do exactly as I was planning to do. But we're going to see what we can do to make a nice springtime wreath with some pretty purples and greens and whites. So I'm going to bring you down to the desk. Oh, before I do, I just wanted to share something with you. I was watching a video from the Home Talk channel. Home Talk I get on my email every day, and I guess they do a streaming videos. It's basically a DIY place, and they have 2 or 3 videos that you could choose to watch and whatever. And so I was watching this one, and it was from Nick. I believe his site is Seasonal Designs, and he was making a burlap wreath, a burlap ruffle wreath with this, as I think 5-inch burlap, and he was cutting it and ruffling it like we do with a deco mesh. And he was working on a black desktop or tabletop. And let me tell you something, it was the first time I absolutely understood what is meant by the fibers that come out of the mesh. When I was watching that, I was he did a very nice wreath, beautiful job, but all I could look at was the fibers that were all over that black desktop. Now see, I have my desktop, other than my cutting mat, is white basically, or very light beige, and they don't show like that. But on the black tabletop, boy oh boy, could you see the fibers. And he actually mentioned that if you were going to be doing burlap wreaths on a regular basis, you should be wearing a mask and work in a well ventilated area. But it was the first time I really understood the amount of little teeny fibers that could come out of the burlap when you're working on it. So you can bet your booties that if I'm working with burlap, and I don't work with it very often, but once in a while, it makes a pretty wreath. So if I'm working with it, I will be wearing a mask, because I certainly wouldn't want to breathe that stuff in. But anyway, enough about that. Just a little FYI for your DIYs. And let me bring you down the desk, and we'll see if we can make a pretty little spring wreath. Okay, as I mentioned, this wreath form that I got it's a nice round one, but it's very dense, and so it's going to be difficult to get the flowers into it. And I was going to put in like one big cluster, but the stems are just too big. So in order for me to get these stems in here, I'm going to be using them cut apart. So let me start. As I always start, I look for where I'm going to have the top. I think this looks like a good one. And I'm going to start with my shape. And I'm going to shape the bottom. I just put some new glue in there, so part of it's not too melted yet. And this is a pretty bush. This bush came from Michael's. Had lots of purple, but they didn't have as much green. Now, of course, they look weird when you're putting them in like this, because they don't. Okay, I'm going to shorten a few of these stems. Now what I'm going to try to do is put this big green hydrangea right at the top of that, if I can get that in. Oh, I did. Need a couple more purples, I think. Okay, that's not bad. I think I'll bring a few of these going up. Woo. Goopy glue today. Goopy glue today. Oh, that's too long. Stick another leaf in here. Hide some of those mechanics. Alrighty, let's see. I have these pretty purples. Oh, that's pretty. Kind of want to balance it a little bit. Okay, I want to get a little bit more green. I saw some of these pretty green ones. See what we can do with these. These I got at Walmart. I think I'm going to have to shorten it a little bit. They have these little cut areas that are supposed to release easily. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. If I can get a leaf on the inside here. So far. Let me put you up just a little. I think you can see more of it that way. There we go. Glue strings are free. Now I have another big hydrangea, and I was thinking of putting it right here and kind of anchor the bottom of it. Let's see how that looks before I put glue on it. These are hard to get in because they have a thick stem. Yep, I like that. If you see how it anchors the bottom. And I have glue all over my fingers. Well, it's not the first time. No, not there. Right there. I'll be picking that off all afternoon. It's not burning me. It's not hot. I just have stuck my fingers in it. Got a few more of these. I'm going to put them up top here, I think. Okay, looking pretty good. Now I've got a few little white ones. I'm going to just put a couple of white things in. So far, huh? Looks nice. What else have we got here? Well, that was a white rose. And I've got a couple of more white roses here. Okay, I need a little something over this side. Well, I didn't want to do that. Right in this little hole over here. I think I'm going to need another little purple. Looking good. I see a hole, and I think one of these little hydrangeas will fit right in it nicely. Right there. Well, I think we've probably pretty well covered it. All right, so here's going to be the next part. We're going to put a couple of bows on it. Maybe just one, and I think I'll put it like right over in here. I was going to put two, but with this leaf down here, unless I can get one in here, but matter of fact, there's a hole in there. We can't have any holes, we have to fill that up. Get a little more of this greenery here. All right. All right, so let's set this aside and work on a ribbon. I think that is looking nice. All right, let me put this away and I'll be right back and we'll work on the bow. Okay, I'm going to use the Easy Bow Maker only because I'm going to do a couple of layers. And I'm going to start with this dark purple. And I don't have to twist this one. I'm going to leave about a 6-inch tail. And I'm coming out 6 inches. Now I don't like that, it's too big. I'm coming out 5 inches. There we go. Let's do 2. And 6-inch tail. My little spool holder falls off every time I try to use it. This is a cute yellow and green plaid. And this one I will twist. I don't think I have to. And I'm pretty sure I'm going just the tiniest bit smaller. I'm pretty sure this one, oh lordy, no I'm not. I was going to say it came from the Dollar Tree, but I'm not thinking it did. I'm going to twist this one. Just a little smaller than the purple. This is very thin ribbon. So when you have thin ribbon, you can't make your loops too big because they just won't stand up. Now this one I'm sure came from the Dollar Tree. And I don't know how much we're going to get, maybe just one of each. And that's about it on that one. And then I have this green. We just keep stacking them on top. And I'm going in smaller with this one. This one came from Michael's. Alrighty. Let's see if that's going to be good enough. I'm getting a piece of wire to put through here before I tighten it all the way down. Should have 4. Here we are. Four of these, 2 of these. I have almost got the green and purple loops too big. They'll be okay, but the wiring is so minimal that it's hard to make them stand up and behave. Well, let's see. Get that wreath back. Right back. So what do you think? I just see that bow with a came out good. Dovetail these. Nice. So it will sit like so. All right, I'm going to go and put it on the door so we can see it, because it's hard to see it so big, and see what we think. I think it looks gorgeous. And I think I'm going to be using this as a birthday present the end of January. So it'll look pretty on somebody's door. Let me get this on the door and I'll be right back. Well, here it is. I have to back up so I can get the whole thing. It came out beautiful. I love it. Boy, I wish it was my birthday the end of January. It's so pretty. The purple, I love the purple and the green. I love it. And I love the purple and the green ribbons. I'm not 100% happy with the quality of those ribbons, and I may still look for some different ribbon, but the idea of the purple and the green is just what I'm looking for. So there you go. Spring has sprung. Actually, it's in the 80s today. It's sort of like make-believe summer. So I shall be back on Friday. I'm trying to come up with a cricket project, and I might do that. I've had some requests for people who got crickets for Christmas. So I will be back on Friday, and we'll play and get into some kind of mischief. My husband just came in the door, gave us some good background lighting. Okay, everybody, have a great afternoon, and play nice now. See you Friday. Bye-bye.